Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget handheld gaming.
Starting at number 5.
PlayStation Portal Remote. The PlayStation Portal 7 out of 10 wired review comes with some caveats. It doesn't let you install games and play them on a handheld. Instead, it's a device solely dedicated to streaming games from your PlayStation 5 onto its 8-inch LCD screen. That means to use it, you need the console and a solid Wi-Fi connection in your home. You can play it remotely away from home, but the quality will vary based on your internet connection. That might be worthwhile for some people. I played Spider-Man 2 at my partner's place despite the PS5 sitting back at home, and the experience was surprisingly comfortable. At $200, the Portal is considerably cheaper than other handhelds on this list, if you ignore having to own a PS5 for it to work. It's not for everyone, but for the people it's for, it's great at its job. Just know that it's hard to find it in stock.
Coming at number 4.
Valve Steam Deck. Like Nintendo, Valve launched an updated version of its portable console called the Steam Deck OLED. 7 out of 10, Wired recommends. It has a minor spec bump and, as you might guess, an OLED screen. Most notably beyond the much better display, it comes with a 50 Wh battery, instead of the 40 Wh capacity on the original. While the Steam Deck gets surprisingly good battery life for lower power games, heavy AAA games can drain it pretty quickly, so this is a nice improvement. The OLED model also supports Wi-Fi 6E, which is both more future-proof and helpful for downloading all those huge games. Right now, the only Steam Deck versions that come with the OLED screen start at around $100 to $150 more than those without, depending on the model you're comparing to. It's a mildly pricey upgrade, but if you can spare the cash, it's worth it.
At number 3.
Valve Steam Deck. The Steam Deck 5 out of 10 wired review had some issues when it first came out, but after a barrage of updates and nearly 2 years on the market, I'm comfortable saying it's the second best way to take your games outside the house, behind the Switch. It has all the buttons and control sticks you'd expect from a typical controller, making it compatible with most games that have controller support, plus a pair of touchpads that help approximate a mouse when you need finer control than thumbsticks can typically provide. Every button is customizable, so if a game wasn't designed to run in handheld mode, you can still make most of them work. Despite using a compatibility layer to play Windows games on a custom Linux build, the vast majority of games in your Steam library run exceptionally well on the Steam Deck. We have a guide on how to find compatible games. That includes a lot of AAA titles you wouldn't expect to work on the relatively low-powered processor. Don't get me wrong, you probably won't be playing Starfield on this thing, and most high-end games will need to use the lowest graphics settings, but I've spent a shocking number of hours using it to play titles like Doom Eternal that I thought I'd only ever be able to play on my desktop PC.
Number 2 of my list.
Nintendo Switch OLED. The original Switch is a fantastic device, but it has a couple of minor flaws. The screen isn't the best quality, and its flimsy kickstand isn't super sturdy and can break easily. Fortunately, both of these are fixed with the Switch OLED, August 10th, Wired recommends. This one comes with a bigger 7-inch screen, while only making the handheld itself slightly bigger, plus a reliable kickstand that spans the entire width of the console. It also has 64 GB of built-in storage instead of the 32 GB on the original. You probably don't need to upgrade if you already have a Switch, but if you're looking to get one for the first time, this model is only $50 more and you get a lot of extra bang for those few extra bucks.
And number 1.
Nintendo Switch. It should go without saying that Nintendo takes the top spot in the category it more or less reinvented. The original Switch, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, does it all. It puts Nintendo's first-party titles into a handheld that gets great battery life, most of the time. Pop off the Joy-Con controllers to play with the screen propped up on the kickstand, or put the screen into a dock to play on your TV. You probably don't need to be told that the Switch is a great Nintendo console, but if you're still on the fence 6 years later, it's worth mentioning it has become a great indie games console. I've personally spent more hours playing Stardew Valley on this than Mario Kart 8. While the Switch's hardware is low-powered even compared to the previous generation of PlayStation and Xbox consoles, it's a great platform for third-party developers to bring over their library of older or less graphically intensive games to give them a new lease on life. There are also now a myriad of accessories we love to use.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.